30-foot long monster claw that he pulls out that is just a pile of spaghetti on the floor. Imagine asking someone to drop trow, taking their dick out, and it takes a minute, and they just keep unfurling it.
I mean, like, how would he have penetrative sex? He'd have to feed it in like he was working for Dino Rod.
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh, I see.
So before we begin, and before we talk about the fic, there is... Oh, I'm being so greedy today. There's technically 3 fics I want to talk about today. So if you go to our section of the Discord called Fics for Part 2 Episodes,
Okay.
you'll see I've posted something with a spoiler tag.
Oh, right, okay.
You'll see it says, don't click this one. It's a setup for some banter and needs recording. For the next recording session.
For 2-part episodes. Yes.
So I found a fic called Babe Wake Up, the new big titty goth GF just arrived.
Just arrived?
This was written in February of 2023. It's mostly pictures. My question to you both, who is the new big titty goth GF? Without clicking on it, because then you'll see the tags.
Without... Okay,
Big titty goth GF.
New big titty goth GF came out this year.
I'm guessing GF is a girl?
This is actually a fairly gender-neutral GF. I'll be even easier. It's actually a dude, but they've got big titties.
I see.
And they came up in the monster fucker tags. That's how I found it.
Is it something from Baldur's Gate?
No, that was September.
I thought you said it came out this year.
Yeah. This came out February of this year.
I am honestly at a loss. It could be any number of
So this fic was popular in February this year.
muscular
That's what I'm saying.
dudes.
Sonic? No, that was the year before. No.
It's not the wolf guy from Puss in Boots, is it?
It is the wolf guy from Puss in Boots.
Oh,
Nick,
Does he have
how
big
did you...
titties?
How?
Click
Why
it.
did you go there?
There's some great art on this.
I
This
think
is...
Nick cheated.
Nick, did you cheat?
I didn't cheat. I cheated in as much as I Googled what films came out in February of this year.
Ah, I see. You did research. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Fair.
thought, could it be that? Since
So-
she's a dude.
This is Babe Wake. You can click on it now if you want. The art's very good. It's even though it's on AO3, this is just a collection of sketches of the big titty wolf man. There's 114 if we're going to be technical. So this is Babe Wake Up, the new big titty goth. GF has just arrived by Elletoria. Summary: it's sinning with Wolfman hours. The title speaks for itself. Proceed with caution.
Marvellous.
Once again, mind the tags. E is explicit, not for kids. If that's not for you, keep out.
Fair enough.
These are delightful. I love the title, and I thought we'd have a bit of fun with that.
Let's do it.
If you're
I
into
guess.
buff wolf men, this is for you.
Mind the tags and ratings, please. E is for explicit, not for kids and those who cannot handle it. If it's not for you, then keep out. Okay.
I'm quite fond of chapter 5.
Okay. All right. We've got him drinking something out of a can.
Chapter
yeah, that's quite
2.
good art. Quite nice. Wet doggy go, but
Yeah, that was quite funny. I quite like how he slowly slows down, and then it's like, yeah, he ripped.
I like just getting out of the shower.
I wish I could do that. I'm very envious of both dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Of just being able to shake their entire body and just yeet all water. Like, that seems good.
Well, it's good until you're doing it in your own bathroom, and then you're
fine.
not wet, but the rest of the bathroom is, including all your toilet roll.
Oh, yeah. No, that's rough. So in my last home, we didn't have... This is a place I rented, so I couldn't have put one up if I wanted to. But there wasn't a toilet roll stand, so I used to keep the toilet roll on the corner of the bath.
Oh,
And
no.
one day I was filling up a bath. Then I just noticed this wet lump sort of floating along the bathtub. That's when a whole toilet roll. Like, I barely used this. It was like 90% full and was just a soggy mess.
Oh, that's dreadful.
I was devastated.
Did you have to get in the bath with like bits of wet tissue paper?
No, it remained fairly solid, thankfully.
Okay.
But
Did you dry it out?
I did. It didn't work.
Oh. That's a shame.
Yeah. And then one day I actually leaked out of the bathtub. It got rid of a whole case of toilet roll, and I had it up on the... I hung it out to dry. Just out on the windowsill, there were like 4 rolls of toilet roll.
Oh, for God's sake. Like on the washing line outside.
Yeah. No, just outside the window, on like the windowsill.
Oh, man.
We're talking about drawing out loo roll, guys. What's going on?
It's sharing the story of my life. Is what's going on.
Christ.
Life is but a loo roll floating in a bathtub.
Yeah. Wet and fragile.
Wet, fragile, unpleasant. Not supposed to be there.
Oh my
Completely
God.
fucking useless from this point on.
Nick. Back up.
We're slipping. We're slipping.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Shipping Forecast. I'm James. Joining me is Grace.
Hello.
And Nick.
Hi.
And today we're doing part 2 of the monster romance episodes. Not the monster fucker romance, because YouTube decided to put us as 18 plus when I called it the monster fucker romance, so we're calling it monster romance now.
The monster romance episode, which may or may not include monster fucking.
There may or may not be sex with large creatures. Yeah.
We came for the sex. We stayed for the romantic plot development.
We did, yeah. I struggled to choose between something fluffy and something smutty today, so I've ended up doing both. So
Variety.
yeah. So you're getting something. Like, so I read the fluffy one. I thought it was very cute, and then I thought, everyone who came here for monster fucking is going to be disappointed. I should probably bring something degenerate to balance it out.
Well,
So I did.
it's funny you should say that.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, mine involve monsters, but they do not involve fucking.
Okay.
Right, is yours a fluffy one?
Kind of.
Furry one?
One of them at least is. One of them is kind of a fluffy one.
Okay.
Featuring my monster I would like to not necessarily fuck, but take home and repair. If you'd like details, listen to the previous episode. Dear listener.
Isn't it?
Okay.
You will find out.
I don't need to find out. I can guess.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know why we're pretending. We all have access to them because they're all in the shared area now.
Yes.
But
But you don't, dear listener, unless you pay us £1 a month for
you join our Discord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get to see everything happen before it you get to peek behind the curtain and see where the magic is.
You get to go through the looking glass, into the crucible, through the fire.
Exactly. And flames.
And flames of the shipping forecast.
Of the ship. You get early access to the episodes, and you get to see us post the fics in real time.
And you get to talk to us.
And you get to talk to us, which is the important part. With Shameless plugging out the way, we never actually established a turn order, but Grace, I think you wanted to go first.
Throwing me under the bus, eh? Yeah, alright.
I mean, I can go first if you want.
No, I don't mind. All I said was I didn't mind.
I could go first and last, because I've got 2.
Well, would you scar us last, or would you give us nice stuff first?
I think I'd take us home with something fluffy.
Alright.
Do you want me to read you something really dark first?
I feel like this is a responsibility that has a greater weight than I can carry.
Nick, make the call.
If you would like to go first and mentally scar us for the rest of the episode, then that's fine.
Maybe me or Nick should go first.
I am as ready as I'll ever be.
Cool. Nick, do you want to go first? Because you're normally up second, so you may as well.
Yep, fair enough. We can go
Take
first.
the lead if you're feeling ready.
Okay, so before we get into the main meat of my review, I'd just like to throw an honourable mention out there, if that's okay.
Of course.
Yeah, okay, go on.
Okay, so this is I Seduce the Dragon by orphan_account.
Okay.
Now then, hands up, how many of us here have played Dungeons & Dragons?
Yes.
That's the one with the table, right?
Yes. That is, like most board games, the one with the table.
Isn't that the satanic one? I don't know. Doesn't sound like something I'd be into.
Retro Baldur's Gate.
Did people think in the 1980s that D&D was satanic? Because if they did, that's fantastic.
Nick, have you not heard of the Satanic Panic?
No.
Oh, that was started by Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Okay.
I DM, incidentally, for listeners at home. I'm very much a D&D guy.
This is it. The very few instances of D&D I've played have been DM'd by the irascible James.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You
know,
should come to more.
Herder of cats and maker of dreams. But anyway, do you know in the first Shrek movie where they go rescue the princess?
Yeah.
This is that from the perspective of if it was being played as a D&D campaign.
Aha.
Oh, right. Okay, this should be interesting. Eddie Murphy is definitely the bard.
He is the bard.
100%.
Yeah, Donkey is the bard. He is an awakened donkey bard. So Shrek is the half-orc fighter, of course. So...
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have said barbarian, personally, but...
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it gets to the bit where Donkey's trapped, and then it sort of cuts away, and it's the DM sort of asking, what will you do now? I'm a bard, I'll try to talk my way out, roll a persuasion check, and then it just goes from there, because of course, the bard tries to seduce the dragon, and succeeds, in fact.
Bard's got to do what a bard's got to do.
The bard is out there doing bad things, but... I just thought that it's quite a nice fic. It's a shame that it's from an orphan account, unless the user of AO3 is actually called orphan_account.
That's no.
That's a shame. But yeah, it was good fun to read, and I urge all of you who are even remotely into Dungeons & Dragons, go read it, because it was quite fun. So, with that out of the way, yeah, I didn't find... much monster fucking with, of course, my second favourite monster, the dragon from Shrek, as we have outlined. But what I did find was Lady About Town by D__T.
I see.
And the summary is Christine meets a Tesla. They don't get along. Of course, Christine is the titular car from the Stephen King book and movie, the 1983 movie Christine.
So, Nick, can I just turn the tables here for the first time in 3 years?
Okay.
So typically, sometimes I will be talking and you'll like to derail my fic review with just talking about cars.
Yeah?
Well, I've been driving for 4 months now. And
okay.
I just want to add, there's a stereotype in Britain, if not the world, about BMW drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That the majority are not very nice people.
They are impatient people.
I've come to understand that is true, just based on my limited experience of driving around here.
Yeah.
4 months of talk.
Yeah. But I've also learnt the Tesla drivers are worse.
This is the thing. The natural habitat for both cars is in the outside lane, doing about 90, 6 inches away from your rear bumper while you're overtaking a lorry and flashing at you to move over.
Yep.
Yeah. Both of them are hateful, but yeah, you are right. Tesla fanboys are just the fucking worst.
I've been told the best way to deal with them is, if you're ever meeting one, say, oh, the new Toyota looks good. Because apparently they just explode.
Yeah, actually, this is also the way you deal with douchebag Ferrari and Lamborghini owners. Just say, hey, is it a real one?
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Well, anyway, without further ado, I'll just read some of the additional tags. Car-on-car violence, you have been warned. Michelle is just having a really weird day. And in this house, we hate American car manufacturer Tesla Incorporated.
I feel... Well,
Fair play.
I don't think I hate the entire company.
Lithium mines.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about lithium mines. Yeah, fuck Tesla.
Yeah, this is it. Lithium mines and... the build quality of the cars is absolutely fucking shocking.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
I don't think that's enough for me to hate them, but definitely Musk playing into it. Yeah. That probably tips it over to the edge.
Yes, it does. Okay, so our story opens. Michelle, who is she's an original female character. She coming out of the supermarket into a heat wave. Basically, she's just pressed the button on her key fob. which means it will call the Tesla to you. Like, literally, it'll come out of its parking space and it'll drive around the block and, like, come and pick you up.
Oh, right.
So, as her car approaches, she notices that it's being followed by an immaculate classic car dripping in chrome and gleaming red with incongruously dark tints on the windows. And she's looking, and it's like, oh, if I see the owner, I'll tell him nice car. And as she loads her groceries into the boot of her car, she takes the trolley back. She hears a crunching sound. And, of course, she turns around and runs back. And it turns out that the classic car has rear-ended her car. And it looks as if the classic is trying to bite the car, like shaking it as if a dog has hold of something. And it's like, you know, shaking it to try and get it out of the hands of the person who's holding it. Like a dog with a bone. So, yeah, she sort of runs up to the car, starts pounding on the glass, and Christine's supernatural element kicks in. She feels like she's choking, like her hand starts stinging and stuff like that. So she walks away and the feeling subsides. And then there's two middle-aged men running over going, Christine, no, drop it. I said stop. I really like this lovely image of, like, Christine's just an excitable dog.
Yeah, I think that fits.
It kind of does fit. Like, it's at odds with the stuff that happens in the movies. Like, some really, really grisly stuff happens to people because of this car. And it's kind of nice to see that it wasn't crushed after all, and they've managed to sort of make it work. That there is this sort of spirit of a demon inhabiting a 1958 Plymouth Fury. So...
It's like a nice version of Herbie, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking, are there any Herbie crossovers in here?
Well, I did find a few.
I had a feeling there might be some.
Yeah, I did find a few when I was looking for more stories featuring Christine, but unfortunately, they all had the little blue padlock on them. Which is kind of a shame, because in one of them, Herbie gets married.
Oh. To Christine?
Oh, well, never mind.
Not to Christine.
Oh.
So, yeah, this is, in a way, it's like a fix-it fic, because, of course, the two middle-aged men are Arnie and Dennis, who are the original sort of characters in the Christine movie.
Got you.
Arnie is the one who buys Christine and restores her and ends up getting killed by his own creation. Dennis is his best friend. So it is effectively a fix-it fic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did notice this is part 5 in a 5 set.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing that happens earlier on.
Yeah, this is it. It turns out that Arnie and Dennis, by the looks of this series, are dating in this.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, this is the sort of main pairing, and I think, from what I could work out, I do need to go back and read the rest of them, but I think they go to great lengths to making sure Christine is okay with this.
Yeah, all the other ones have Arnie and Dennis as the slash in the tag.
Yes. Yeah, this is
not only that, I'm surprised you didn't read the others, because the first one has street racing in the tags.
Oh, I 100% wish I had the time to actually sit down and read all of them. But as we've mentioned before, my life has taken a turn for the crazy at the minute.
Got you.
But yeah, they run over. It's like saying, oh, we're really sorry, we'll make it right. This guy does body work, he'll fix the car up. In the meantime, Christina just spat the bumper out of the car, of the Tesla that she's been chewing on. And Arnie's basically gone over to her and is scolding her a bit. What have I told you about attacking other cars in broad daylight? Yes, I know that it was driving itself. That doesn't matter, Christine. It's a robot. It's not like you.
I see.
And, yeah, the car appears to sulk. So, yeah, they're exchanging insurance details. Arnie comes over. He says, sorry about the damage. Christine gets stroppy when a car that she thought was alive, like her, turns out not to be. Here's the insurance. So, yeah.
And I bet that's expensive insurance, too.
Yeah, absolutely. For a car that's alive and eats other cars, or tries to eat other cars. But, yeah, they exchange insurance details. All the while, Christine fixes herself. Michelle notices, was like, what the fuck, is your car actually alive? And it's like, yeah, she is. So,
you make them sound so bored. Like, yeah. Ghost car.
I'll just read this verbatim. It's like, Arnie sighs. I am sorry. I thought we managed to train her out of responding to intense emotion with violence, but Christine was made in 1958 and she's the only one of a kind that we've ever found. Imagine how betrayed you'd feel if you spent nearly 65 years looking for someone like yourself, thought you'd found it, and it turns out to be a robot.
Oh.
So, yeah, this is a fix-it fic in every sense of the word, because when a lot of people watch Christine, of course, the violent responses to the car getting smashed up and things like that, and the owner getting hurt, everybody always thinks, oh God, that's horrifying. But like, I was watching it and thinking, if it's your pride and joy, that's a perfectly justified response.
I'd kind of like to see this expanded on, the idea of Christine spending 65 years looking for something similar.
Yeah, 100%.
Potentially running into Herbie. For the UK listeners, Brum is always a valid option.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime, also a robot, but a lot smarter than a Tesla.
Yeah, this is it. A robot with a personality. And probably better build quality.
Yeah, and a himbo.
And a himbo, yeah.
The kind of himbo Christine needs.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I did really like this fic. It was quite nice to see Christine domesticated.
Okay.
I mean, you probably would rather a wholesome fic about a car than one that's upset and cursed all the time. Because cars deserve to be happy too.
Cars do deserve to be happy too. And nobody can convince me that machines like the 1958 Plymouth Fury and my Rover have soul. And this fic illustrates that. So it was nice to read. It was a welcome distraction from the world around me. I watched the movie Christine very, very recently for the first ever time and absolutely loved it, of course. So, yeah, I kind of want to see this get expanded on. Yeah, domesticated Christine. The family pet, the family car.
Maybe people should see more of Christine.
Yeah, I must admit it's not a film I've seen.
It's good. It's got that, like, 1980s sort of synthwavey stank about it.
Got you.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah, glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
good fun.
D__T.
I like how the notes at the bottom are just munch, crunch. Which made me laugh as well.
So, is the monster in this Christine or is it the Tesla?
Ooh. I
I
think it's probably the Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering the environmental impact they have.
This is it.
Yeah.
Like, I could understand why some people would think it's Christine, but yeah, I think probably the Tesla.
Follow-up question, since this is the Monster Fucker special.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I missed that bit. You must have cut out.
That was just a dramatic pause. Considering this is the Monster Fucker special, and the Tesla is the true monster of this fic, would Nick shag a Tesla?
No.
And, yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't shag a car. As I have said before, this isn't...
Need I remind you all?
You do spend a lot of time against those allegations. Hey.
So this is...
And you haven't beaten them yet.
As I've said before, this isn't a monster I would like to fuck. This is a monster I would like to fix and take care of.
So you look at her and say, I can fix her.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're a monster fucker. Got it. Cool. Grace, what you got for us?
Thanks.
Actually, no. Shall I go then, Grace? Then I've got me again. Then it's not just me talking for ages.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, go on.
Right. I'm here to ruin everyone's day first, and then I'm going to take us all home.
Magic.
So, we had a lot of debates last episode about what counts as a monster.
Okay.
And this one is undeniably a monster. Now, I also know... So there is a rule we have on our show that we don't cover real people.
Yep, okay.
I have broken this rule today, because this fic is Fozzie Bear / Cookie Monster. The fic is called C is for Monster Fucker by ImYouButStronger.
Oh, really?
Oh boy.
Yeah. The tags include sex, anal sex, inflation, cum inflation, Muppet sex, brackets the Muppets, and dead dove do not eat.
Yeah, they ain't kidding.
The relationship is Fozzie Bear / Cookie Monster, and I just have to check something for myself. There are 13 works in Muppet sex, brackets the Muppets.
Are they all the same author?
Real question.
No.
Real question.
Okay, real question, go.
Is this crack, or is this
This is
serious?
crack. This is absolute crack.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
It's not in the tags.
It's not in the tags.
The way this is written, I promise you this is crack.
Look, if we get a complaint saying you're yucking my yum, and we have to take this down,
You are trashing my OTP. Please
like,
stop this.
you're going to feel awful. You are going to feel terrible.
If you can get off to this, more power to... I have nothing but respect for you. Because this is something.
I mean, you've definitely earned to be feared.
Incidentally, looking at the tags Muppet Sex brackets the Muppets, one of the most popular fics in that is Swedish Chef / Gordon Ramsay. That fic is called Bork Bork by Fingal's Anteater.
That's... Oh.
But that's a story for another time.
Maybe when we do the Muppets episode.
Oh, we do a Gordon Ramsay episode.
As I say, we're not doing real person fics, so we're not covering the Muppets.
Oh, I see.
But we've had Gordon Ramsay in Hannibal.
I wasn't talking about... I'm saying Kermit the Frog's a real person, okay?
But Gordon Ramsay isn't.
Right.
The jury's out. I'm certain Kermit the Frog is real.
Gordon Ramsay is a figment of our imaginations.
Yeah.
Or a hologram.
Our story begins at the Sing Song Club, a Sesame Street strip club for the elite.
I see.
One lone spotlight lit up the dim stage of a private back room. The audience, it's just the Cookie Monster. He sat, anticipating this show. On walks Fozzie.
Christ.
Okay. I'm not going to read this verbatim, but I'm going to tell you some of the jokes that Fozzie's going to say in the stand-up act he's doing. I should add, not only is he doing stand-up, he's grabbed the stripper pole. He's doing some stripping.
He was wearing the usual, no clothes except for his handsome bow tie and his little dapper hat.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to try and do a Fozzie voice. It's not great. Looks like we have a very attractive audience tonight, Fozzie began. Now, Miss Piggy is the one who covers for me when I slip out to indulge with my Sesame Street friends. The only thing is, I can't be gone longer than 70 minutes, because Miss Piggy has trouble counting that high. Tell me, Cookie, do you know why Miss Piggy can't count to 70? No. Why Miss Piggy no count?
Flawless.
Thank you. Does anyone want to guess why he can't be gone longer than 70 minutes before I answer this joke?
I've just read it.
Okay. Because when she gets to 69, she gets a frog in her throat. A waka waka.
Oh, God.
And then he slides his tasty little bare ass down the pole.
Oh, this is something else.
Are you sure this isn't serious?
It goes on like this.
Oh boy, this is something else.
The stand-up act continues. And until... Sadly, I'm getting to the end of my set, Cookie. I'd tell you a joke about my cock, but it's too long.
Oh my God.
And Cookie is loving the show.
I'm sure he is.
Really, though, Cookie, it's your cock that's way too long. How about you whip out that beast so we can see it? And I'm reading this paragraph verbatim.
Okay.
Right.
The big blue beast nodded excitedly and stuck his dirty sugar-crusted hand into his own slit as well, taking a hot minute to unfurl his fucking humongous, gonzo blue, 30-foot-long fucking monster cock. Seriously, it was like watching a clown do that colourful bandana trick where they pull it out of their throats or something and it just keeps coming. It took a few minutes to pull out completely, piling and piling until it looked like a giant-sized plate of blue spaghetti fit for a hungry snuffleupagus.
How is that practical?
30-foot-long monster cock that he pulls out that is just a pile of spaghetti on the floor. Imagine asking someone to drop trout, taking their dick out, and it takes a minute, and they just keep unfurling it.
I mean, how would he have penetrative sex? He'd have to feed it in like he was working for Dino Rod.
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh, I see.
Grace,
Pepper,
do you
don't
see?
come in. It's not worth it.
Grace, do you see now why I'm convinced this is a crack fic, despite it not having the tag crack fic?
No, not really, James.
Okay.
I think we need to flag this one for being tagged incorrectly, because it is absolutely a crack fic.
If I'm yucking someone's yum here, I apologise.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So, they get to work.
They get to work.
Me think Fozzie know how to make me feel good. Cookie Monster poured. Yeah, no, Cookie, it's a good... I'm doing Andrew Ryan here, apologies. You know, Cookie,
Oh,
it's
my
a...
Cookie Monster.
Is a man not entitled to the cookies on this plate? No, said the man in Washington.
Stop.
It's a good thing we don't feel pleasure from these things, or I'd have a monster of a time trying to eat all this. My poor tummy couldn't take it. The bear began flossing the Cookie Monster's dick in and out of his ass crack.
Right.
Silly Fozzie, we no have organs. You eat me dick anyways, and now you do have organ. Ha ha ha. Lots of room for me. And then they pound.
I like how one of the lines here is "Naughty bear, hat stay on for sex."
Yes. Fozzie's about to take his hat off, and Cookie's like, no, naughty bear, hat stay on for sex. So he puts the hat back on, and they bang.
The stuffed portion became thick as a Dasani water bottle.
Oh, what?
I'm guessing quite thick. I don't know.
Oh boy.
So one thing we learn here is a thing or two about Muppet sex. One of the big dangers, because they're both are made of cloth. One of the big dangers is fire.
Okay.
This doesn't happen to them here, thankfully. I'll read this paragraph also. There's nothing on earth like the feeling of a stuffed felt dick in your cotton ass. Muppet lust is like trying to start a fire with friction alone. Sometimes that did happen, though. For instance, everyone could guess why Grover disappeared for a couple of months before coming back with a slightly different shade of blue to his fabric.
Is that canon?
I'm going to have to look into it.
Was the original Grover destroyed in a fire?
Hi, it's Editing James from the future here. I looked into it. Grover was in fact green originally, and then he became blue. Was this a result of a sex accident? Who can say? Probably not.
What, someone fucked a Muppet?
No, when Grover comes back with a different colour because he's caught on fire after banging Sweetums.
Oh, this sex is
Oh. It's at this point Fozzie drops the line, Now fuck me like I'm an Oreo that needs filling.
Right.
And that turns on the
Flawless.
Cookie Monster. Like that is the key word to get him going.
Oh boy. If there had been a human onlooker, they would have said it felt incredibly wrong, like watching a toddler mash two Barbie dolls together.
Yeah. This is poetic.
This is something else.
Yeah. There's a point where he's like, yeah, Cookie, I'm forgetting my alphabet right now. Remind me, what does C stand for? C is for Cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for... What else does it stand for?
Oh no.
C is for cum.
And then he blows him up like a balloon.
He fills him up with stuffing. Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
See, what's painful about this is not only am I listening to this and reading it, but I've also got a cat making biscuits on my lap, and I'm trying not to scream into the microphone.
Just hang on.
Okay.
Fozzie Bear exhaustedly took off his hat and removed a small vanilla wafer, which he placed in Cookie Monster's mouth as a reward for a job well done.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah. So this was a delight.
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to read the final joke.
Yeah, please do.
Hey, Hey, Cookie, what's the difference between me and a light bulb? Me no know.
Unscrew
What?
me.
You can't unscrew me. Waka waka.
I've heard that said at a divorce settlement.
What?
Moving on.
No. You heard that at a divorce settlement.
Yeah, I've heard
First,
people who I work with, innit?
Oh, I see. That explains a hell of a lot.
first of all, I didn't know you were a divorce lawyer.
I'm not. I just heard someone over the phone.
Oh, wow.
I have no idea what the fuck was going on until afterwards. He's like, no, I can't show up. I'm at work. Da, da, da. We'll do it over the phone. Da, da, da. Hey, fucking Marlene or whatever fuck her name was. What's the difference between? You can't unscrew me.
Wow.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Well, that's worth a story of itself.
So, just reading the comments, somebody has said, your knack for metaphors scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, it does.
I agree.
It does.
I love it.
Yeah.
All the same.
This was funny as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling I'm going to feel the same way about a lot of their other works as well, because having a look through their stuff, I've also seen what looks to be a rewrite of New Moon, the second Twilight film.
Okay.
Only Scooby-Doo are involved.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That is next on my reading list. That sounds a delight.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does.
Thank you very much. I'm You But Stronger. I struggled to get through this because my sides hurt. I hope that's what you intended. If this was your kink, I truly apologize. But I get the impression it isn't.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to add?
What the fuck do you add to this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was well written, but what the fuck do you add to this?
So, I think this could be a recipient of the Caviar Pot Noodle Award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think we need another award just for colourful metaphors, to be honest.
Yes, 100%.
Or maybe just an award for the most graphic sex we've ever read. But not in a sexual way, but maybe like an award for comedy sex.
What about the Meta Awards or anything that's a really very fluent metaphor or simile?
Yeah. Well, we'll think on that.
Yeah.
We don't do actual awards. Maybe one day.
No.
Once we get the budget for shiny gold statues.
Yeah, once
And
they can
postage
pay us to
thereof.
get dressed up and hire big name actors to come present it, then we'll see. Yeah. But that's a story for another time. Thank you. I'm You But Stronger. 10 out of 10. Grace, over to you. And now Grace with the sports.
I'm left reeling from that last one, to be honest. I would like to move on to my favourite monster, which is Prince Sidon.
Oh, of course.
Hang on. Does that mean you've abandoned Sully?
Fuck off!
I'm sorry.
I do not need to read fanfiction about my husband gallivanting off with people's OCs.
People that aren't you.
People that aren't me.
Are there any
Oh,
Sully reader fics?
I have not looked into Sully whatsoever because
Hold on.
it was my husband when I was 10 or younger, and I misread the assignment, and so I put it forward in monsters I'd like to smash, and I realised I'd done something terribly wrong.
So what I'm hearing here is you haven't looked into seeing if there's any fanfic of Sully/Reader because you've written your own.
What?
Yeah,
No.
that's
That
what
would
I'm
count
hearing.
as my own, wouldn't it?
Well, no, because looking into
Surely
other
you'd
people.
read your own stuff.
Well, yeah,
Not necessarily.
it's for your own personal use.
No, mate.
I can find Jake Sully from Avatar/Reader.
Oh. I don't know who that is.
It's the protagonist.
They're all so forgettable.
I know, right?
It was Pocahontas for aliens and it was shit. I don't know why it was so popular.
I'll look for it another time. I can't find anything right now. I might need the advanced search. So tell us what you've been reading.
So I've been reading Zora Courting by Jadeile,
Okay.
however that's pronounced.
Jadeile, maybe?
Yeah, Jadeile.
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 Could be that.
Jadeile.
Oh, very posh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll be able to get in touch and ask them. So the tags are selectively link, cultural differences. I'm making up Zora behaviour here.
Okay.
Woo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Did I just accidentally make Sidon demi-romantic character? So
Okay.
this is a fic between Prince Sidon and Link. Prince Sidon decides he's going to formally court Link Zora style. Link is most baffled. AKA the story where the author makes up a bunch of Zora behaviour in order to make Sidon's love needlessly difficult.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I mean, it makes a
Sidon's
change
love life.
from all the other fics that are just like, make them smooch.
I mean,
This is more like, make them smooch, but put them in a labyrinth.
To be fair, Sophie says that a lot of the smut books that she reads, like most of the really exciting stuff is the sexual tension. So, like, they want to smooch, but they can't because they're a member of two rival families, or they're across the other side of the world, or, you know.
I mean,
I know
that's
what
less her
she's
smart
saying.
books, more a tale as old as time. Like, fucking Shakespeare did the two rival families.
Yeah, this is it. So, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like, I think a lot of people say that when they've read something where the characters do finally get together, like, interest begins to drop off.
Ah.
Yeah.
Which is probably why Love is War is still going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, they got together.
Did it drop off?
No, it's kept going. They even banged recently.
Is it now focusing on other people?
I don't think so.
Bucking the trend.
We'll see how long it lasts.
But this also explains why The X-Files is a timeless classic.
Yeah. Because Mulder and Scully never banged.
Stop bringing up the X-Files
10
every
seasons,
episode.
several movies. They're one of the OG ships. Would you rather if I said Spurk? Because they didn't get together either.
Would you like me to carry on with this fic?
I would. Apologies.
Crikey. Right, so I'm going to read some of this verbatim.
That's fine.
It begins like this. Today was going to be the day. Sidon had decided when he last watched Link disappear into the horizon that the next time the hero returned, he would start courting him. He had avoided the issue for long enough because of his conflicted feelings about having a romantic intentions towards a man his sister once had been in love with.
Oh.
But he was at peace with it now. So yeah, it's a good start, lads. He's got over that one. The confliction is over. It's like, it's dead and buried now, it's alright. She'll want me to be happy, all of that. The fact that Link was a Hylian, and a male one at that, had delayed his decision quite a bit too, if he was being honest. In hindsight, it rather neatly explained why his disinterest in the female Zora who had tried to court him all these years. He had, of course, eventually tried turning his attention to the male population with some success, but he had never really clicked with anyone. It seemed that now he had just some rather particular tastes. I mean, he wears a cravat, like, honey.
Nothing wrong with
Right,
cravats.
so-
Sorry, carry on. I like cravats.
Yeah, cravats are nice. But how many people do you see wearing cravats these days?
Not enough.
Yeah, next to nobody.
I'm pretty sure no one else in Legend of Zelda wears a cravat in that game either.
That's true.
Just pointing it out.
Fair enough.
So Sidon starts by dressing up, and he goes out, and he's going to go meet Link at the gated domain. He had wondered if he was overdoing it, but in the end had decided that yes, he would wear as much yellow as wardrobe allowed, just to make his intentions very clear. Yellow was a traditional colour that males would wear when they wanted to stand out and make an impression on whoever they were courting.
Oh, so he's puffing himself up.
Yeah,
yeah.
he is. And he's like, Link turns up. He's like, Link, I've been expecting you, so I'll see you again. And he like puffs up his yellow cravat as non-subtly as possible. Link doesn't fucking register it. He just signs back a greeting, like, hey, and Sidon's trying to be even more obvious. He does like a signature pose where he like puts his arm out and the "we can do it" poster thing, and he does a smile.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like putting his head down so he can see that he's wearing like a yellow headpiece.
Oh, bless him.
And Link just sort, yeah, and Link just sort of looks at him, looks at his big muscular arm and his grin, and just flashes him a thumb up back. And Sidon doesn't understand. Just like, it's like, sire, I don't think it worked. If it means anything, I think you look very alluring in yellow, said one of the guards sympathetically.
Oh, that must be
him
embarrassing,
fail.
though, right? Because everyone else must recognise, oh, he's wearing yellow. He's going all out
Yeah, he's
to pound this highly. And
He wants to impress someone. Link shows up, it's for him, and everyone's like, oh, okay.
And everyone else effectively just watched Link reject him.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, burn.
Poor man.
Oh.
Even though it is just a miscommunication.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Link
yeah.
is entirely oblivious to Zora courtship rituals.
Understandably.
That's it.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So Sidon has decided to try another approach the next morning.
Okay.
Link had paid no attention whatsoever to his entire the whole day, but that didn't necessarily indicate a lack of interest. Maybe he was just hard to win over. And maybe expected more effort than just fancy clothing. So so crack of dawn, he greets Link at the inn. Link is half asleep, looking scraggly. You know, he's just woke up. Sidon thinks he's adorable, but back to the mission. I love this bit. I caught this with my own hands, just for you, and he said, using the traditional words for the situation to distinguish it from any other regular occurrence. And he hands Link this bass he caught first
Give
thing
him
in the
the
morning.
fish.
And Link, yeah, he's like, the fish, bro, the fish. And like Link took the fish and just sort of stared at it. Oh, this was it, wasn't it? He knew it. Sidon smiled in anticipation. Link stared at the fish for a bit longer, glanced at Sidon, looking baffled, and then he smiled, signed thank you, before walking over to the cooking pot. Well, that was very anticlimactic. Where was the gushing, people? The words, I would gladly share this with you instead. Any kind of acknowledgement of his feelings? No. Link just cut the head off the fish with a kitchen knife, popped it in half, tossed it in the pot with a bit of salt. Bless him, he just starts cooking with it. Like, yeah, mate, do you want a bit? And he's like, yeah.
I see Sidon he's from the Stardew Valley School of Seduction, where you just keep giving people fish until they want to marry you.
Just, give people gifts. Find out what they like, give them gifts.
Give them that same gift 10 times until they spread their legs for you.
However, poor Sidon, like he's like obviously doesn't realise that Link is just not like just totally fucking oblivious.
Here's a himbo, Your Honour.
Yeah, and he's just like, must try harder.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Well, thing is though, he's convinced that Link just wasn't impressed with a regular old bass.
No.
So he presents him with a mighty carp in the same way later. Same reaction. He's like, fuck, I need to step up the game. It's not good enough. So at dinner, Sidon brings him a hearty salmon or hearty bass. Hearty bass. Fucking, I can't believe I got those two mixed up, even though I'm literally reading it. He brings a big old hearty bass, and apparently this is like a really bold statement. Like one Sidon had been hesitant to commit to, but he was serious about Link. And if anyone deserved a hearty bass, it was him, right? Same fucking reaction. Like, quite frankly, if someone just kept giving me like fish with massive health benefits, I'd be like, oh, well, fuck. Nice one.
So this is the key to Grace's heart, everyone.
Bring her fish.
Bring her omega-3 fish in particular, because they do have health benefits.
Yes.
Yeah, but in game this gives you health points, extra health.
So does
points.
omega-3.
That's exactly how it works in real life.
Yeah, but I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, does it?
No, they taste gross.
Does it?
Not into the
Either way,
omega-3
right.
fish ones. Anyway.
I like salmon. Salmon's nice over the bass. Smoked trout is nice. Either way, so Sidon pulls out the big guns, right? He's like, fuck it, step up. he catches a rare vault fin trout.
Oh.
Hard to come by. It's a pretty good catch. Anyone else would be soaking in their fucking knickers right now, but not Link. Right? Link just looks at it and then gives Sidon this sheepish smile. Thank you, but I've eaten enough fish to last a while. I don't normally eat just fish all day. You know, he looks really, like, truly apologetic. Sidon just goes numb. He's like, oh. Poor lad. Oh, for God's sake. Either way, next morning, Sidon's in the mirror giving himself a little pep talk, you know, to get out of the slump that was a fish disaster.
The fish disaster. He's given it a name with capital letters.
Yeah, the fish disaster. It's not that he's rejected, bro. It's just that he's used to a more varied diet. Just a varied diet. It was your own mistake that you didn't take into account. Just imagine if he was to do the same.
Oh, he's so
and
close.
gave you
He almost gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, variation, bro.
He does get it, but it's like it's a thing, isn't it?
Mm.
He's trying to do a Zora courtship thing, and Link isn't biting. So Sidon invites him swimming this time. He puts on this absolute mad display of water aerobatics, jumps and spins in the form of this courtship dance. And he's like, hey, so what do you think? You know, feeling nervous but hopeful. Link sort of smiles and signs. Yeah, that was amazing. Wish I could swim as well as you do. And Sidon is grinning, waiting for him to continue. He doesn't. Is that all you have to say? Link looks baffled and he's just like, oh. It was very cool. I'm very impressed. They were spelled like questions, but what that mattered to Sidon was the word impressed, right? He's happy now. He's like, yes, he's impressed. Yeah. It's not love, but it's interest. He's interested.
God.
His courting was finally working.
Oh, he's so oblivious.
Obviously, no one could resist the traditional Zora courting dance. It's so sweet. It's so misplaced, but it's so sweet. Oh, how are we liking it so far?
Oh, this is great.
This is incredibly sweet.
I want to see the courtship dance, to be honest.
I know, I would like to see it.
I'm hoping this doesn't have a horrific twist where it turns out Link is being deeply manipulative. Because I've just got that in the back of my head, like, he's accidentally doing Makima behaviour. And that's not okay. But
why you've not been able to trust a fictional character since, have
no.
you?
Chainsaw Man hurt me.
This is the hero of Hyrule, guys. This fic was written before Tears of the Kingdom came out, before he started burning Koroks on crosses, okay?
And before Sidon broke everyone's heart by marrying a woman. A woman that's not Link.
We don't speak her name.
We don't, because I don't actually know her name, because I've still not played Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry, guys.
You've blanked it out.
Yeah.
It was that horrendous.
Apparently she's very nice, though. That's what's funny to me.
She is. That's why everyone hates her. She's nice. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Poor Link.
It's okay, everyone's done Fix It Fix where it's like an arranged marriage and she's got her own thing going on, or she's a wingman. But I decided to skip them because I'm still angry that it happened in the first place, so I'm pretending she doesn't exist. Right.
Oh dear.
This is how I handle this. Right. Back to the fic.
We all have different coping mechanisms, don't worry.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. Oh, God. It was time for the next step.
Oh.
It'll go well. He's interested, so there's no way it'll go badly. Sidon said to himself then gave his reflection a brilliant smile before leaving to his room to find Link. Yeah, you can see where this is going. It's going to end badly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bless him.
Right? I know. So they sit by the river. They're chatting away. Sidon puts a cheeky arm round him. So far, so good. Starts stroking where Link's gills would be. Link, oblivious to the meaning, puts his arm around and starts stroking him back. Sidon's like, fucking hell. I'm in. Tuck in. Tuck in, son.
Tuck in. I've never heard that before.
Tuck in, son.
Tuck in, son. Tuck in. And yeah, Sidon does. He decides to get serious and fucking bites him on the shoulder.
And that's gonna hurt because he is a shark at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like he was doing it lightly and whatnot, but he didn't calculate it very well, and Link fucking smacks him upside the head.
Oh no!
And I was like, I'm off. What the fuck was that? I'm off.
Oh,
Hang on, at the top,
It went very badly.
he smacks him roughly where you're supposed to punch a shark should you encounter one.
What, the crest?
Yeah, is that?
Yeah.
I hope that's intentional.
Yeah, he calls him like bad sharky.
I mean, to be fair, even lightly by Sidon standards is probably still quite bitey for Hylian standards.
Well,
I'd have thought.
Yeah, I mean, like he draws blood through his shirt.
Ooh,
Just a little bit, not a lot.
ouch.
So yeah.
Poor himbo.
Yeah, I know. So Sidon spends the day looking for him, and he's told by Coda to leave him be for a bit. And so he goes to his chambers to sulk, right? He sort of sighs, sort of starts playing around with this black pearl he was going to give him, which is like more of a serious thing you give, like couples give to each other in Zora.
It sounds like an engagement ring.
Yeah, or like a promise ring or something like that, I guess. But yeah, he didn't really want to consider giving his heart to anyone else, so he just sort of... He's very mopey at the moment, is our boy.
I feel like I would be.
Yeah. Like everything
I bit someone and they didn't return the favour.
Ah, it's a shark.
That makes it
It's a
sadder.
fictional shark.
Sharks have feelings too.
Yeah.
I know, it's just... Sometimes I look at it and I take a step back for a bit and I go... Okay, come on. Don't get emotionally invested.
He's real in all of our hearts.
Yes, he is. Why you gotta not have a heart. Right. Sidon hastily stood up and the pearl neatly rolled off the table in the process because Link has just entered the room.
Oh.
He's come visit him in the chambers. And he like quickly hides the pearl, like, oh, don't see this. Sorry, yeah, please have a seat.
Mm-hmm.
As Link is like, Sidon, putting to a halt Sidon's frantic thoughts. We had a big case of miscommunication going on earlier. I asked Coda about your behaviour over the past few days, and according to her, it was you trying to court me.
No.
Sidon can only stare in disbelief. According to... You mean you didn't understand any of it? He asks numbly. That I just imagined you showing interest in return. Oh, it's sad, isn't it? Oh,
You poor dumb tower of muscle.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
You poor dumb tower of muscle. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but he is.
Yeah.
I know he is.
Shark himbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and things like, wait, I wouldn't quite say that. How would I understand? I'm not a Zora, and even if I was basically raised in the domain, I forgot everything about my past and had to relearn basically everything that hadn't been committed to muscle memory. And so I was like, oh yeah, that is a part of your backstory, isn't it? Shit, sorry about that.
I'd forgotten.
No, it doesn't.
I'd forgotten.
So it's obviously a bit more serious than that. Yeah, so he went, oh, it's culture specific.
Whoops.
Ha 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 ha. And he all starts to realise. And he feels like the biggest idiot in existence.
Well, you would.
I
Yeah,
know,
you
bless
absolutely
him.
would.
So yeah, he's got his head in his hands and he's just going, oh my god. And Link's just like tapping him like, "You look, mate, you gotta fucking look at me if I've got to talk because you're hiding your eyes and all that shit." And he starts signing, "You should bring me flowers." Wait, what? Or chocolate if you can actually find some, because it doesn't exist in this universe. Or maybe cupcakes. I like those. Flowers. Wait, what?
And the cogs start turning in his head by the looks of it. Yeah, he's just like, wait a second.
Yeah. And he's not understanding, but he's nodding, right? Not saying anything. And Link's just smiling even more at him. Like, "You should serenade me, properly pick a cheesy and ridiculous romantic song. If you can rope someone into playing an instrument in the background, all the better." And he feels like he should be taking notes, but you daren't interrupt. So he's just committing the information to me. And Link's continuing to list stuff off, like, you know, date, agree to it, wear your best clothes, flowers, dinner. you know, fish, but other things with it, maybe rice, you know.
Maybe don't just give him a fish.
So yeah, he sort of just walks him through what might be preferable. Oh, for God's
That's
sake.
adorable.
Yeah, it's very cute, very fluffy.
It is.
And he's like, "Thank you, I promise I'll do anything you want me to do, and I'll do my absolute best to do it right." Bless him. And he wants a tangible promise, and so he goes, "Oh fuck, you want the pearl?" So he hands the pearl to him. And so, yeah, it turns out Link was quite serious about it as well, even though it was going slightly wrong at the beginning.
And it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, it sounds like they get together.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, years later, Sidon proposes to him, which is...
Link answers maybe before kissing his future husband. That's a good way of phrasing that.
It probably means yes.
Oh, yeah. It definitely means yes.
It means yes until, like, Tears of the Kingdom comes out.
Shh. We're blanking that out.
Yeah,
that
we're
didn't
not talking
happen.
about that.
We don't talk about Tears of the Kingdom.
No.
Not relating to Sidon anyway.
But yes, it was absolutely adorable.
This is
I
very
loved the
fluffy.
It is.
I skipped over a lot of it, but like I put the bare bones down, and I encourage people to read it in full because it is marvelously fleshed out further than
Absolutely.
what I've read.
I've been reading along, and I second that.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Very cute.
Seal of approval. Thank you, Jadeile. Yeah, if you get in touch, I'll add pronunciation to the show notes. Because, yeah, we're definitely getting that wrong. Does Prince Sidon count as a monster, though?
I mean, he's not human.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he's not a monster, is he?
I wouldn't... He's too much of a himbo to be a monster, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about what's on the inside versus the outside...
Oh, this could get deep.
And I mean, like, he is not human, but to say that... But he's not horrible.
Actually, yeah, you know what?
In a monstrous sense.
Because the fish man from The Shape of Water has a kind heart deep down. And he definitely counts as a monster.
Yeah.
So
I actually watched
Oh,
that.
really? Oh.
I did finally watch
Shall we
it.
talk about that briefly?
I mean,
we used Del Toro's face on the poster for the first episode, so we should
did.
probably...
It's only right, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a very well done film.
Okay.
And like, the aesthetic was really cool. It was kind of like, secret Cold War era basement stuff that she meets this fish man. And apparently where he's from, he's considered to be a god and shit, and you know, CIA or whatever the fuck it is, treating him as an experiment to use, because they're trying to send shit into space before the Russians do. They think he's the key.
What? He's a fish. Like, what does he know about rocketry?
It's not about the science
Okay.
with this film. It's about stupid American agents who are horrible and that love being found in strange places with a woman who can't speak but she can sign.
Oh, much like this fic.
And the the fish can't speak or sign, but he learns to sign a little bit. And she decides she's in love with him, and they do they break him out of the facility, and yeah, he's slowly dying, and they need to get him back to the water, but she doesn't want to leave him, bro. And yeah, like there's a big twist and turn of events where they're catching up with him and stuff, and
So
yeah, it's all very higgledy-piggledy. It's very
Does
good.
this mean Nintendo
It kicks
are
off.
fucking hacks?
Huh?
no,
No,
I wouldn't say so.
because unlike The Shape of Water, Sidon is very comfortable in his own kingdom.
I see.
And Link
From a
doesn't sign
franchise
in
that
the.
possibly has gone on longer than that film.
Plus, Link isn't canonically deaf. He just is a silent protagonist.
And he's not a French woman.
And he's not a French woman, who also plays the mum in Paddington 2, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Am I getting that right?
I don't know. I don't even know if she's French for some reason. I don't know why I thought she was French. It may be because I had the subtitles set up strangely.
Is you watching it with French subtitles?
I think I've watched it in French with English subtitles, and I'm not sure why. I think, yeah, I need to sort that out. I don't know, L'Amour, I don't know.
Oh, boy.
So,
Everything's the same, but everything's got an accordion playing in the background.
So the audience wouldn't.
Sponsored by baguettes and garlic. I don't know.
So the audience would not forgive me if I didn't ask the question that is on the forefront of everyone's mind. Would you bang the fish man?
Well,
Are
what's
we
the
having
question?
difficulty again?
Oh God, are we?
It's whenever he wants to ask a question that it.
Oh God.
Like, the universe doesn't want me to know.
Okay, I'll start that again. First of all,
Ask again.
Okay, can you hear me now? Are we all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, so this is the question that's on the forefront of everyone's mind because you've mentioned this. Would you shag the fish man?
No.
No. Oh.
He
Shock.
in true Monster del Toro fashion, he is not built to look that handsome.
Oh.
It's not about falling in love with someone's look, so he is built up to be strange. But yes, he does have a six-pack.
Would you romance the fish man? Maybe that's a better way of phrasing it.
Yeah.
No, because he does do something that that is unforgivable in my eyes.
I know what you mean. I've heard about that.
The cat.
Yep. He does have a six-pack, though. Wow.
Maybe we can add him to the list of villains we forgive because they're hot.
No.
No, he's not hot. I don't forgive him for eating the cat.
Yeah, there's only so much you can get away with by being a handsome villain.
Yeah, granted. That's fair enough.
That cat had a
I've
name,
posted a
and its
photo.
name was Pandora.
Yeah.
That
He does have a
haunts me. It's
six-pack.
haunting. Well, actually, that is
Hello?
another thing I've noticed with Del Toro, right?
Mm-hmm.
In everything he does, I swear cats get the bad end.
Yeah.
Like, I watched some of his Cabinet of Curiosities, there's a guy feeding dead cats to a evil creature. Like, in Troll Hunters, trolls eat cats, and there is, like, goblins who have killed a cat on screen, which is a kid's film. There's, Shape of Water, a cat gets killed. Yeah. Like, there's three.
I
At
think
least.
I think something similar happens in Hellboy, but it's been a while since I've watched that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. The man's got something against cats, and I don't know what it is.
I'm disappointed, Del Toro. But
What's going
Shape
on?
of Water.
We like you, but
Yeah,
why?
we get your fetish. I just wish you'd be nicer to cats.
Just nice to the cats. They've done nothing wrong.
So Shape of Water is one of only 2 fantasy films to have won Best Picture.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have thought Best Picture would. I suppose it makes it sort of feel like cheating if it's a fantasy film, doesn't it?
I don't know. There's some good fantasy films.
No, I'm saying that there is. That's why. But like for Best Picture, you'd assume what they're rating it on. It would seem too easy to give it to fantasy every time
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
because of what it is. But
They're saying that Top Gun also won Best Picture. Oh, sorry, no, that's nominated. Ignore me.
what else won?
The other one
Best
was
Picture
Lord of the
in
Rings: Return of the King,
What a shock!
which
Oh,
I mean deserved it. Don't
Yeah.
let's
it won everything.
It also won everything because it's Lord of the Rings. I'm just seeing what else has won. It is mostly artsy films.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like The King's Speech is in here. Slumdog Millionaire.
I don't really count
Lord of the
them as
Rings.
artsy.
Gladiator wasn't artsy. And that's in Titanic one. Braveheart. Okay, maybe it's not all artsy. Anyway, I'll get off that tangent. Good fic.
It was. Very sweet.
And I have a second dessert ready for us all.
Okay.
Okay.
So we had a starter with Nick. You started us off with some cars. The main course was degeneracy, and for that, no, I don't apologize. Fuck all y'all. Grace took us to a nice place with the dessert, and now we have more.
Yay.
So this is Tohru and the Disappearing Shirt. Brackets. She still can't be trusted with laundry by Belmione.
But where are the shirts going?
We're going to find out. So, Belmione has written quite a few fics in the Kobayashi-san's Dragon Maid. Sorry, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, or Kobayashi-san... Kobayashi? Oh, fuck, I can't do Japanese today. Kobayashi-san Chi no Dragon Maid, to use its Japanese title.
Okay.
Nick, have you heard anything about Dragon Maid through osmosis from me and Grace? Because we both watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I have. It's sort of, I must confess, it has sort of like blended into the background because you.
That's quite all right.
You do talk about a lot of TV shows, which is fair enough.
That's fine.
But, yeah.
The story of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, the TLDR. Miss Kobayashi is an office worker. She is a computer programmer. One day, while absolutely shit-faced, she comes home from work. She finds a dragon with a sword sticking out of the dragon. She pulls the sword from the dragon, saving its life. The dragon is indebted to her. Kobayashi's shit-faced, so she starts talking about her maid fetish while she's there. And the dragon goes, Aha! I'm going to become a maid. I'm going to become your maid.
Okay.
And then a younger dragon comes in, and they sort of raise her as a daughter, and it's very cute, it's very fluffy. Other dragons begin to show up just through time. There's the grumpy one, Fafnir. There's the one with even bigger boobs. They all have massive boobs. That's another point about the show.
It wouldn't be that kind of show if they didn't.
Yeah, it's... In terms of the dragons, the bigger your boobs, the more powerful you are.
Because of course.
It's a scaling system.
Yeah.
And,
Hey.
Yeah.
Scaling.
I know, yeah.
Nice
That was on
one.
purpose. Yeah.
Was it?
No, it wasn't. But yeah, Belmione has done their own thing with a lot of these. They get married at one point in one of Belmione's fics.
Oh, okay.
I was tempted to read a different fic to keep true to the monster fucking genre, which is what we're covering today. There is a very spicy one in here, but it is mostly rated G and occasionally T.
Okay.
But I picked this one because it's, in my opinion, the funniest. Our story begins with Kobayashi late for work. She can't find any of her shirts, which is weird because she has a maid. And the thing about having a maid is she does all the laundry.
Yeah.
So she should have a clean shirt all the time.
Loads of shirts.
Yeah. And yet, goes to the wardrobe, no shirts. So she starts complaining to Tohru. Didn't mention it intro, Tohru's the dragon. Hey, I don't have any of my shirts. What's going on? I see you do laundry every day. How come I don't have any shirts? And Tohru's like, no, sure. You've got a shirt right there. Looks back, there's exactly one shirt right in the middle of the wardrobe. And Kobe's like, okay, suspicious. But okay. Where's it? As a side note, Tohru has started wearing human clothes from day to day. Now, normally the maid outfit is magical. Like, she does it with magic.
I think I can see where this is going.
I suspect you might be able to.
Yeah.
Kobayashi asks, why are you wearing clothes? So you can take them off. Eh? And they're all flirting. Kana, their daughter's like, ugh. Perverts. So, Kobayashi goes to work. She gets in. About an hour or two passes, it gets to 11, and then everything just goes dark. She's like, oh, shit, there's been a power cut. Nope. Her best mate, Takia, has thrown her coat over her. And she's like, you need to come with me to the break room, like, keep the coat on. Your shirt is see-through?
Oh dear.
And Koba's like, wait, what? looks down, the shirt completely see-through. You can see everything. And then it just disappears after a while. She's wearing nothing. And that's when she realizes, Tohru made this shirt with magic. And I guess it wore off. So now I'm topless for the day.
This is like one of those dreams you have about going to school in your underwear.
Yeah. I've had this nightmare. And Kobayashi is living it.
Oh.
So she just has to stay at work with like her coat buttoned up like the whole day. And this is summer in Japan. She's melting.
Yeah.
Like the sun comes in, like Takia has to like bring her ice throughout the day just to like keep her from just passing out. But she's got no other options because her shirt vanished. When she gets home, she has a talking to with Tohru. Actually, well, first of all, she gets back and Toru's like, "Oh, you smell stronger. You smell a bit stronger than usual." It's like, "Yeah, I've been sweating all day because my shirt disappeared." Tohru, what did you do with the shirts? The door pipes in. She conjured it. That's what I thought.
Oh dear.
So I couldn't find any clean ones, so I had to improvise.
So she just made some.
So she just summoned one with magic, which is on brand. That's the kind of thing Tohru does quite often.
Yeah.
So the thing about dragons that I'm sure we all know is that they have hoarding tendencies.
Yeah.
She's hoarding the shirts.
She's got a trove of shirts somewhere that she's just kept. Like a lot of dragons hoard coins and things like that. Tohru has been hoarding Kobayashi's shirts.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just dragons being dragons.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And yeah, they argue about this for a while. Like, you knew the spell would war. How dare you knew it would disappear? It's like, I was thinking on my feet, don't worry. And Kana eventually pipes in. She keeps them because they smell like you. And occasionally she alters them with magic so she can wear them from time to time. But it's mostly because she likes the smell of you, so she wears them for that reason.
I see.
Which is kind of cute. I get that. Maybe
Yeah.
don't be stealing clothes, but it's, yeah.
It's like your boyfriend or girlfriend's hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only it's Kobayashi and all her work clothes.
All her work clothes, yes.
Yeah, so that's a problem. Eventually they compromise. They go out to buy more clothes so that, Tohru has something. So they're not completely stealing from each other. There's a very adorable scene where they're in bed later. Kobayashi wakes up with her shirt, with one of Tohru's shirts pressed over her face. And it turns out the reason is every time Tohru would get out of bed, Kobayashi would start screaming and be like, "No, come back." So the compromise was just throw the shirt over her face. So turns out Kobayashi's kind of the same. And yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she's like a parrot that you have to like cover the cage to.
It's
get
less
them to
about
go
the
to
light.
sleep.
It's more about sensing if someone's there, kind
Yeah,
of.
I see.
Yeah, but yeah, kind of like a parrot.
Night time now. Oh, yeah, I suppose it is.
Oh dear. So they eventually compromise. They cut one of the old shirts up into handkerchiefs, so Tohru can keep a handkerchief that smells of Kobayashi the whole time.
Okay.
And yeah, that's nice. I'll skip ahead a little bit. There's one more scene that's quite funny. Eventually, they go back to work on Monday, and Kobayashi's explaining what happened with her mate. Now, her mate Takia also has a dragon boyfriend that he lives with.
Okay.
Just for background. So they get it. They're like, "Oh yeah, bro, that's rough. We've all have to deal with this bullshit." And yeah, his dragon made him a tie. And they're like, "Oh, that's quite sweet." Yeah. Some time passes. Takia comes back in, just pale. Is everything all right? The ties, they're cursed. What? He cursed you? No, he didn't curse me. They're cursed if other people touch them.
Oh.
I brushed against someone on the subway, and I wasn't wearing a coat. It's quite hot out, and the guy I brushed against, he just started mumbling nonsense, turned into a zombie. Just like, yeah.
This is fucking wild.
That's Fafnir.
That is on brand for
isn't it?
Fafnir.
Yeah.
My favourite Fafnir episode is when he publishes a book of curses and goes to an anime convention with them, and yeah, it's very...
No one buys
Yeah.
them apart from Tohru, because she's looking at them going, these are actual fucking
Yeah.
curses. How much?
He published actual
it's like,
dark
"Oh, you know."
magic.
Yeah, like anyone can use and literally like fuck people up
Yeah.
with.
Turns out the Thai curse doesn't affect women, though, so Kobayashi helps him out. Like, she manages to get him out of the place safely by, like, pressing up against him to be like, okay, let's get you out. Why he didn't just put the tie in his pocket, I'll never know, but I guess that's Japanese business culture.
I like how Fafnir's like, we'll just make it against the men because I know my boy.
Yeah.
Cares, so-
It won't curse women. I have no problem with women. But if another man goes near him, I'll fucking deck him. But yeah, it turns out there's various sort of... during this episode, there's a lot of long-distance stuff going on with Tobu and Kobayashi, because Kobayashi's at work all the time. And that is a problem with Japanese work culture. And, yeah. Tohru buys a phone, so they get Tohru a phone, and there's a lot of kind of cute interactions here as well. Like, while they're long distance, Tohru's just texting her just random things like, yeah, I'm just off shopping now. Is it you who hates eggplant? Yes, I remember. And my favourite.
Oh,
The
yeah.
girl at the produce stand is so nice. She talks to me a lot. Foolish human. I bet she can sense my power. Why do you hate her? I know you hate her. You do your upset face when we, next text, go to past the produce stand. I think you're jealous, Miss Kobayashi. Kana also makes fun of my phone, even though she does not have one at all. I'd like to point out I'm the only dragon I know who has a cell phone. Which I think really nails the kind of magical domesticness that you get in Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Yeah.
Like, they've really nailed the aesthetic of the show in this fic.
I
So-
do love it when fics do that. Like, they feel like an organic extension of the source material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, should
Yeah.
they run out of manga, you could adapt this fic with minimal changes, and it would feel consistent with the show.
Yeah.
And good on them. Good on them for doing that. But yeah, I will end it there. Oh, actually, no, I won't. There's a flirty bit at the end I should mention out.
Okay.
It's coming to the end of the day, and yeah, they're both just together in the kitchen, and Tohru gets a flirt on. I want to make that shirt disappear. And she goes, well, I did say you can do anything you want. And then, yeah, happy anniversary. And they've been together for a year.
Hey.
Go read the rest yourselves. It's really good.
It looks it.
In fact, I'd recommend most of their fics. I can't recommend all of them because I've not read all of them yet. But I'm going to.
Oh, it's that good. You're going back for
Yeah.
more.
Oh, that happens more often than you'd think.
Oh, sweet.
Ones I've read that I can point to. Tohru's slightly inappropriate question is exactly what you think it is. That's the smart one.
Okay.
And Kobayashi gives Kana the talk. This time it's not what you think it is.
Ah.
They have to pick up their daughter early from school because their daughter's been in a fight.
Hey,
And Kana shows...
that's
I know.
terrifying.
Kana shows restraint by not leveling the school. Because she could if she wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, go read more. Go watch Dragon Maid if you haven't. Thoroughly recommend it. But yeah, thank you, belmione. Any thoughts you guys want to add?
That.
I am dying.
Okay,
'Cause it
that is
late.
nothing to do with the fic. That is...
No, nothing to do with it.
No, the fic was fun. Yeah. It's
It was very cute and very fluffy.
I'm glad I read 2 to balance the Cookie Monster one.
that was something else. But yeah, but it's intriguing. I may find another Well, I've got to find something else to watch once I finish Cowboy Bebop, which is very good.
Well,
yeah.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, very different to Cowboy Bebop.
I gathered that. Yeah.
You're thoroughly. It's just really nice domestic stuff.
Yeah.
But with dragons.
Yeah, only one of their life partner just happens to be a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's very minimal plot to it. When plot happens, like Grace and I were on the edge of our seats, but it's.
Oh yeah, then sometimes they'll like hint at plot, and then it doesn't actually like go further, and you're just like, what does it mean?
Without spoiling anything.
What does it mean?
I remember an episode ended on us learning something about Kobayashi's work, and we were just like, "Oh shit!" And it just sort of, yeah, like the penny drop that something was going on, and then it was never brought up again. And we were like, "Oh, this is interesting. No. There's lore here that we're not seeing."
It was something. It was something to do. So the head of their business.
I wasn't gonna say
is a friend
spoilers, but actually, you know what? So spoilers for Dragon Maid. But you can skip this if you don't want. We'll skip to the what have we learned today. Turns out the programming language they use is based on the magic incantations used in the dragon world.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, and it turns out their boss is a wizard.
That would cause intrigue.
Yeah, and then it's never brought up again.
Oh, that's a shame.
It might... Hopefully there's a season 3 or something like that. But, yeah, good show. Okay, so what have we learned today? I'm going to have to get like a shot of adrenaline for Grace every time once we reach the hour and a half mark.
I know. What have I learned?
I've learned that monsters can be wholesome too.
Yep.
Oh, I already knew that.
At the end of the day, we probably didn't bring that much monster fuckery with us as we expected.
Yeah, this is the...
For a Halloween episode, it wasn't as scary as what I thought
it was more fluffy.
Maybe next time.
Maybe it's what we needed.
Amen.
Maybe next year we'll have to do an episode called the Monster Fucking Episode for realsies this time.
Nothing but the worst. You're welcome.
It's funny you mention that. I was actually thinking about our next topic. So, at the time of recording, we're entering November.
Yeah.
And that means Kinktober has just finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We could do a Kinktober roundup. Because it has its own tag.
Yeah, we could do.
Yeah, could do. However, again, we don't want to upset people. If we cover kinks we don't like.
Yeah, we'd have to only talk about things we like. But that's fine.
But I don't like anything.
You don't like anything?
I don't want to out myself.
No.
Oh, you
see,
coward.
this point, we're all getting sheepish.
Oh.
But if you want to talk about dogs wearing cat costumes or whatever the fuck you're into, then, like, sure, mate.
Are you saying you don't want to start...
In the words of Fleetwood Mac.
You don't want to start the episode with top 5 kinks for each of us?
No.
Oh.
Number 1, fisting.
Oh, that's
not
that would be really funny.
It would be really
so
funny.
we'll go from reading on the blink of orgasm to us listing up 5 of our favourite fucking horrendous
We'd have to do it like
material.
the generic YouTuber style as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, fine, we won't do that. I'm just looking at the tags for Kinktober now. A lot of these are things we don't know anything about, so probably not.
All right. What's the kink on there?
Oh no, it's fandoms we don't know anything about.
Oh.
Like I'm seeing an oddly high amount of law and order in here. Yeah.
The fuck?
Call of
dunno.
Duty.
Whatever, I guess. Call of Duty and Law and Order.
Gates.
What? I was gonna say it's a fucking BBC writing shit now. Like,
we should probably do Encanto at some point.
all right. Encanto, that's a kids' film. Why is that in a
Stray
kids? I don't,
Kids.
you know what, I
There's
don't
a
know.
buff
I
lady,
fucking
Grace.
know. I know, but surely that wouldn't be enough.
Is this just why you want to do Encanto?
It's the only thing I know about Encanto, to be honest.
You're
She's a schoolgirl.
just
How?
working.
She's a schoolgirl
What
in
do
the
you
way
mean?
Jonathan Joestar is a schoolboy. Because they're built the same way.
They have magic doors that give them powers in the magic house.
Yeah, but I get the impression she's buff beyond that. Am I wrong?
No.
Oh.
It gives her powers.
Yeah, but was she buff before the powers?
No, because you get your powers at 4 years old.
She could have been
Or
buff
something.
at age 4.
Yeah, she could do. She starts losing her powers, but her muscles don't deflate, but she is ridiculously weak.
Oh. That's a shame. I thought she was just really buff.
Magic. Sorry, it's chemical enhancement.
She shouldn't be doing
It's all
that.
roids, mate.
Magic
roids.
That's another anime to recommend to Nick. Oh god, Grace, what's it called?
Magic
Yeah.
roids.
The one about the buff guy in the Harry Potter universe.
Mash.
Yes, Mashal. Okay, it was airing last season. Nick, it is the story of... It's a magical world with a magical high school.
Okay.
People...
Harry Potter knockoff, but Harry Potter's got guns.
It's very Harry Potter. It's legally distinct. The houses are all very similar. Even the episodes are named similar. Like, it's called Mash Burn Dead and the something or other. Like, they do the Harry Potter format.
Right, okay.
Our protagonist is one of the people who is shunned for not knowing magic. Because this world is a dystopia. People without magic are, like, exiled or killed.
Wow, right, okay.
Yeah, it's one of them where also, like, if you have a scar, you can do magic. If you don't have a scar, you can't.
The more scars you have, the more magical you are as well.
Right, okay.
That's another weird thing. But it's about this one kid faking his way through magic school.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds really
while-
funny,
He
actually.
draws a zigzag on his face. And
Yeah,
he
he
just
draws a
rolls up.
fake magic scar to be like, yeah, I'm magic. And every time he has to... So, while not being magical, he is absurdly hench. Like, he is physics-breakingly ripped.
I
so
see where
any-
this is going here.
So anytime the story calls on him to do something magical, he'll just pull off, like, an Olympic-level feat. And everyone's like, oh,
Yeah, like
Yes.
ride a broom, and what he does, he chucks the broom in the air and jumps and
yeah,
rides on it, or he will power kick in the air so he hovers.
yeah. Like,
It's just ridiculous. So funny.
and it's all like, oh, you have to defeat this monster. He just punches it out. And everyone's like, oh, maybe he uses, like, fist magic or something? I don't know.
He must
But-
be magic. Nobody else is that strong.
Did we
Yeah,
ever finish that?
we didn't. We need to get
didn't.
on that.
Fuck, yeah, we do.
Next time you're around, we'll power through that.
I might have
And
to start doing it at home.
no, it's fun as a group. You should come
I
around.
know, but I'm never at home, and like I want an excuse to say that I live in a house still.
Watch
Because
something
on
else.
paper it just doesn't make sense.
I'll find you other things to watch that aren't that, because I want to finish that with you.
Alright.
There's plenty of other stuff in there too. Our flag means death as well.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
do
get on
that.
that.
The
myself.
Loki seasons come back out as well.
Also Loki.
Yeah.
Save Marshall though. That's. I'm begging you.
Right, I want to go now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap this up.
Patience has expired.
Cool. Thank you for listening to everyone who's made it this far. We need to put Grace to bed. Probably read her a story about the Cookie Monster.
No.
Yes.
If you're enjoying the show, best way to support us is tell your friends. Help our listenership grow. As we mentioned at the start, we have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi. Sign up. You can join our Discord and be our friends.
Yep, good night.
Good night. I don't know what we're doing next week. We're going to figure that out in the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Enjoy. Take care. Snape kills Dumbledore.
Spoiler alert.
Good night.
Good night.